Can you hear me well? Good. Somehow sitting here, I cannot hear very well. Maybe we still have 5 more minutes before the brothers and sisters here offer us some chants, so maybe we can sing together a song called I Have Arrived, I'm Home. Con kính bạch thầy, con kính thưa quý thầy sư cô và đại chúng. Trong khi đại chúng đang trên đường vào thiền đường thì con kính mời đại chúng mình cùng hát với nhau bài hát đã về đã tới bằng tiếng Anh, rồi sau đó mình sẽ hát tiếng Việt sau đó. I have arrived, I am home, in the here and in the now. I have arrived, I am home, in the here and in the now. I am solid, I am free, I am solid, I am free, in the ultimate I dwell, in the ultimate I dwell. Da đề đà tới, bây giờ ở đây vững trái thành thơi, quay về nương tựa. Nay tôi đã về, nay tôi đã tới, an trú bây giờ, an trú ở đây, vững trái núi xanh, thành thơi giường mây trắng, cửa vô sinh mở rồi, tràn nhiên và bất động. Cảm ơn đại chúng. Thank you very much.
The Sangha is invited to come back to our breathing so that our collective energy of mindfulness will bring us together as an organism, going as the river with no more separation. Let the whole Sangha breathe as one body, chant as one body, listen as one body, and transcend the boundaries of an elusive self, liberating from the superiority complex, the inferiority complex, and the equality complex. Xin đại chúng trở về với hơi thở và để cho năng lượng chánh niệm tập thể đưa chúng ta về với nhau như một cơ thể, đi như một dòng sông không còn cách biệt. Xin đại chúng tất cả đều thở như một cơ thể, xướng tụng như một cơ thể, lắng nghe như một cơ thể và vượt thoát biên giới ngã chấp, phá bỏ mặc cảm hơn người, thua người và bằng người.
The Buddha shines infinitely, enlightened for countless lifetimes. The beauty and stability of Buddha's teaching is seen in mountains and rivers. How splendid is the vulture peak! How beautiful the light that shines forth from Buddha's brow, illumining the six dark paths to the Nagapushpa assembly. We will go
con đường tâm thân soi sáng dịu dàng và nâng đỡ trên con đường thân tâm. Nam mô Sanghaya. Về nương buộc trong con xin nguyện cho mọi người để nhận được giác tỉnh sớm mở lòng Bồ Đề. Nam mô Buddhaya. Về nương pháp trong con xin nguyện cho mọi người nắm vững các pháp môn cùng lên đường chuyển hóa. Nam mô Dhammaya. Về nương tăng trong con xin nguyện cho mọi người xây dựng nên bốn chúng nhiếp hóa được muôn loài. Nam mô Sanghaya. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami.
So we will have a short sharing with children, and then they go out for their own schedule. So first of all, I would like to express my gratitude to the sisters and the brothers here, and also our little friends who really come here and be with us in this retreat. And many of you have been here so many times. And you know, when we have a retreat and we have young people, make the retreat more alive, very joyful, and we can see that we have continuation. And thank you so much. And I know that not all of you volunteer to come. Is it true? That is why, as parents, we should appreciate their presence in the retreat. Without their presence here, and they want to stay home, you won't be here. You cannot be here. And just like our friend said that, you know, his daughter is his visa. He has a visa to come here. So, and I'm happy that, you know, as teenagers, like when they turn 14, 15, 16, but it's still okay to come. So, you know, we can see their parents too. And because I have so many nieces and nephews, so and none of them wants to come to the temple. I say, why? Why have to come? So that is how precious of your presence here in the retreat. And can everybody offer the flowers to them? Yeah. And I think that it's really nice that we have three generations in this retreat, and I think that feeling grateful is the greatest gift. It's not for adults only, but it's also for young people. So I have some sharing about gratefulness this morning with our young friends here. So may you come to your parents, turn around to find your parents and sit next to them. Come to find your parents. All right. So you sit in such a way that you can hold the hands and look at their eyes. Lucas, would you like to come? So Thiên Hải come. Either way. Whenever in the retreat and when my turn to give a Dharma talk, when I look down from here, it's such a lovely, to see all the happy faces and also faces of young people. So if you sit close to you can hold your parents' hand and look at their eyes. Sometimes it's hard to, in the day we're afraid, we're shy to look at the eyes. But do you know that the eye is the window of our soul? If you want to know how the person is, you just need to just look at the eyes and you know how they're happy or sad. Because we express our feelings through our eyes very much. So that's why it's hard to smile happily when we're sad, because the eyes never lie. So when you hold your parents, your father and mother's hands and look at their eyes, give them a chance that they can just look at your eyes, And then when you hold their hands, it's just not the holding. It's a feelings. Because the palm is the most sensitive place in our body. So that's why just a simple holding hand, you can feel the other person's energy very much. So it's also, without words, just holding their hands and feel their energy. That's good enough. Sometimes we're afraid to touch. Sometimes we're afraid to look at people's eyes because we hide ourselves from from them. So if you can hold the hands and look at the eyes, and just both of you, parents and children, just listen to the words that I read. Just like this is an intimate conversation from a child to their parents. Mother or Father, thank you for giving me this body Thank you for being my mother, being my father. In my first month or two of my life, thank you for waking up every night to be with me. Whenever I cry because I'm hungry, or when my nappies were wet, or when I was sick, or I just even want to be with you. Thank you for working so hard so I can have a good, nice clothes to wear, food to eat, and a house to live in. Thank you so much for your patience and compassion when I am moody, anxious, angry, and naughty, and making you angry. Thank you for cooking for me every day, cleaning and washing for me in the house. Thank you for your kindness to embrace me and my future. Thank you for your understanding when I don't even understand myself. Thank you for your hug whenever I feel empty inside. Thank you for being my companion in this life. Thank you for loving me unconditionally. Thank you to show me your anger. It helps me to understand that how hard you have to go through in this life. Thank you so much, and I love you. I know that my life still will have a long way to go, but I love to be around with you, to receive your support, to receive a place that I can take refuge in. Whenever I cannot handle the storm in life, so I can have a place that I can take refuge. I know that your health getting worse because of hardship in life. Thank you, I won't be there for you when you needed me. There's so many things that I would like to express to you. That I want to let you know that I always needed you. And I hope that you can be patient with me. To tolerate my anger, my anxiety, because it's too much to do in life. I try my best to live my life And I'm very happy that you're always there for me. So you should be proud of yourself that you have done your best to support me and the family. And thank you very much. So you can hug your parents now. It seems like the adults is more touching than the children, right? Because all of us have a child in us. Yes. So today I would like to invite all of you to practice being grateful for everything you do, to be with your friends, to be with the sisters, to be with the volunteers. So it's everything we have today is the greatest things that we can have it at. Treasure it. So we just enjoy every moment. And remember, things never stay the same. So whatever we have right now, just treasure it. So I wish you have a nice day today. So when you hear the sound of small bell, you stand up and bow to the not young people anymore, young at heart. And then you can go with the Sister Lively and the volunteers to have your own schedule. Just young people. Okay, and turn around and bow to the one more sound. And then you can live quietly, gently, the whole. Please sit nicely and relaxedly. And we'll listen to the 3 sounds of the bell together. Dear respected teacher, dear brothers and sisters, dear Sangha. Today is the 23rd of April 2023, and we are in the Peace in Every Step retreat. And thank you for being here. Could you sleep well last night? Yeah. You know, when we arranged the rooms for you, when you register, I feel really I feel like you're very courageous. Because 10 or 12 people in one cottage with one toilet. And we have to sleep in the bunk bed too. You have to climb up to the top bunk and sleep. And it's such, it's really give the sisters and brothers here, it's such a, how we feel very grateful because we see that, you can see how important of the practice and be together in the retreat is. And there's, because I do registration, and there's one friend say that we call her because there was a cancellation, and she said, "Oh, I'm very happy, but can you give me one more space because my friend wanted to come too." So two of us, we stay in one bed. And it's really, it's very nice to have a conversation like that. And our theme, the theme of this retreat is peace in every step. And since, when the retreat's coming up, I say, how can we know, how can we feel that we have peace in every step we make? Have you ever asked yourself like that? So it's, we walk all the time in our daily life. And, but unless our legs do not allow us to do so, sometimes we cannot walk. But look around, everybody can walk. And we make thousands of steps. We walk here and there, but when we are not sure of the quality of each step. We walk because we want to go there, here, but we never know that in every step we make has peace or not. So I hope that in this retreat that you can feel there is peace in every step we make. To make sure that every step we make, we have peace, we have freedom, we have love, lightness in every step. So let us to go through together. And of course, that's my limitation in sharing. So I just share what I learned, what I have experienced, and also what is, it's a give of feelings that we have companions on the path. Even though I lost my steps. I lost my step because of my, my thoughts, because of my worries, because of my sadness. Don't you think, you should never think that the monks and nuns never feel bad or sad. We do. We're struggling also. So being honest, because we're still human. And we're lucky that we live in a monastery. But it doesn't mean that we can do better than you. unless every one of us try our best. And from my understanding, that what is the best thing that we can do to have peaceful steps? And of course that you can learn from it, cultivate it, invest it, and the result is from your own. So that's why when we practice, we learn the theories a lot. But the Buddha said that I give you the medicine, but if you take it or not, that's your choice. Do you like to take that choice? Yeah, okay. So, to be able to practice, the first thing we need to know is the practice is volunteering. We volunteer ourselves to do it. We want it. Not like, our children forced to be here. Are you being forced to be here? No, right? So the first question is it time? Is it time? It means that even we learn the theories, but it doesn't mean that you want to do it right away. So is it the time for us to do it, to try our best, to really invest our time and energy into the practice? Just like you need to take the medicine, right? So this question is really important because we have strong habit. We have very strong habit that we don't try our best. We keep forgetting. Oh, it's okay. I sleep a little more. It doesn't do any harm. I'm tired. I need to sleep. I just came back. I don't have time to do some mindful stuff. We always have excuses. It's just like whenever the retreats coming and after the retreat finish, oh, I'm tired. But you always can do, actually. So the key is when you think that it is the time for us to make a change. And everything has happened from here. Nobody, you have to remember that the practice that we needs our determination, our own decision, our own aspiration to do it. For example, that for such a pattern of reacting in our daily life that leads to suffering, division, or the damage in relationship, the way we speak, the way we act, but we keep doing that. We know that it will cause damage in the relationship, but we keep doing that. So there is a question for us that have I suffered enough? If I spell wrong, please let me know. Because in Adelaide, I make a mistake in spelling, and nobody say anything. And I was recorded. And after the Dharma talk, one of our friends came up, oh, you spelled this one wrong. That's embarrassing. So when you really say that, when you asking yourself that, have I suffered enough? Because we keep doing that, and we know that when we do that, we suffer. So this kind of question, the self-questioning, is help us to wake up. We don't go to the old, track that creates suffering. So thanks to the practice that I know is suffering. So I want to make a change. So so that's why it shows that how important it is when we really determine to practice. Sometimes that we determine to do, but then when things happen, your determination will be a very crucial reminder. You started to react the same way, but when you remember your question you raised in your mind, I have suffered enough. So you stop. So this is called that. This is how we really invest in the practice. So is it time? So in this retreat, everywhere you go, from your cottage to the dining hall, or even with, inside the cottage, asking yourself that, can I feel my peaceful step? The practice is about everything about energy. It's everything about feelings. Because when you make a peaceful step, it means that your mind and your body have to be present right here and right now. If your mind not there, you cannot feel it. If your mind not there, it means that you walk with your head, not your feet. So it's the condition that we experience a peaceful step. Even though that you have learned that, like this morning, that how we practice walking meditation. We're lucky that we have a big group of community to practice together. But they're not always with you, right? So it means that you have to remind ourselves that whenever we make a step, we make sure that we be present. First of all, have to be present in the here and now. So this one, when you say to be present in the here and now, it means that you not be carried away by your past. So did anyone here in this room recognize that you've been carried away by your past in the walking meditation this morning? Raise your hand. So it's like a condition. Whatever we practice, we have to push it. We have to understand that if we not be present right now and right here, your state is in the past. You lost it. And of course that you have to be able to walk, right? Or make a steps. I'm sorry that, our, the monastery, the site is just uphill and downhill. And I feel very sorry for, our old friend who don't have strong legs to walk up and down. So it's able to walk, able to feel your steps is a great happiness already. Only this, and if you really feel it, feel grateful about it, it gives rise a great happiness already. This is we call simple happiness. Most of us just simply forget it. We don't remember. Unless you have some accident and you cannot walk anymore. Sometimes you sit down and you cannot stand up. And you feel so, my legs. And then you pay attention to it. Next one is energy. And attitude. This is the petrol, the fuel in your car. The energy is related to our mind and also the strength, the energy in our body. The attitude is just like where to go. It's a GPS. And somehow we have to know that when we make a peaceful step, it needs a lot of conditions. And the energy, whenever you feel sad because your loved ones say something not very nice to you, do you think you have energy to make any steps? Or the heavy energy just drown you down? And the attitude is based on our mental pattern reaction. Whenever it happens to us, we have the same patterns of reacting that I will do this and do that. because I received in such a condition. When our loved one says something not very nice, we talk back right away, try to punish, say something make that person, feel guilty. We have intention to punish. So this kind of all of thing is like it helps us to be there and where to go. Very much. And especially, in our posture. When a person, have you ever experienced how Thầy, our teacher, walk? Very free. He's walk like a free person. But what about a person who walk like this? Or like this, like no energy at all. So somehow, just like I shared this morning, when you look at the person's eyes, you can see how she or he is. But when you just look a person walk, you can see that that person in a hurry, that person in sadness, despair, or that person have a very light spirit. So somehow we need to practice. We practice to walk in such a way that you can let go of things. So like when we walk, put your hands only like this. Or your hands feel so, don't know where to put. Oh, where can I put my hands? Like the posture also express your energy, your feelings also. So it shows us the practice that we need to practice even how to make a step. Some people walk just like flying. It just step and then make another one. The sole of the feet not really grounded. Like our teacher said that you walk in such a way like you kiss the earth. Just like you also like, you make the signature on the earth. When you seal your feet on the earth. When you make a seal, you have to be very careful, otherwise all the stroke cannot be nicely printed. So that's why when we walk, you really feel it. So it's in this retreat, I really would like to encourage everybody that when we make a step, just be there for your step. And if you want to look around, just sit still and watch and observe the scenery around. Because to feel your step, it takes a lot of time and practice. So when we walk, a clear awareness will help us to recognize things happening. And we do it such a way that we can feel ourselves. We can feel the energy around us also. So so these are all the conditions that we need, that we can to experience the peaceful steps. But in each one of them, they have a small point too. So I erase it, okay? Yeah. So when you really determine that every day we need to practice, because you know that if we don't do one day, we don't practice one day, you will lose another practice. So the practice, just like the chicken to warm up the eggs, her eggs. If a chicken mother, warm the eggs one day and then she goes away, so the chick can never be born. So the practice is the same. We have to do it again and again and again and again. So how to do that? That's the question. Do you want to know? So we should have the right attitude. Like I said, that the attitude is just like our GPS, where to go. And then one day that I thought I know the way to get home, but I didn't use a GPS, so I just run around and around and around. It took half an hour to get home instead of 15 minutes, because I think that I know, but it's not, because that area is so new to me. So the right attitude, it shows us that if we follow, if we allow ourselves to experience it, we will learn from it. The right attitude is mean that even though you learn, we know that people show you, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. But the thing is, you have to put it into your practice. You have to eat in order to fill up your hunger, to alleviate your hunger. That's the attitude. And the other attitude when we practice, life has so much suffering. But suffering is not the nature of life. The nature of life is full of happiness. Your life doesn't mean that it's full of suffering. Maybe in our daily life you have to deal a lot of things. You have to deal with so many challenges, right? So many difficulties. But one thing we should remember, that we always have a choice. Have a choice of how to respond to life. Do you think that you have a choice? Everybody have a choice. That person says something not very nice to you, but you have a choice to be sad or not. But believe me, this is a biggest challenge. This is the biggest challenge that you have a choice, but I'm sad anyway. Because why? Because you have expectation. I have expectation from that person. Every one of us, when we live together, we have expectation. Why, when we just before you get married, everything looks so blue and nice and romantic? A little mistake is okay. Everything I accepted, even he's not handsome at all. But then, when you already come, live in the same roof, you have to bear with that habit. The habits of each other. Maybe one day is enough. It's okay. But day by day, can you imagine? Because our heart have such a space. Everything has a limitation. Even our heart. So we need to recognize it. So when we say we have a choice and it's a big challenge, so you know that you have a big challenge. It's not about that person. It's about us. Just like we fill up the cup. If you keep pulling, it will full, right? But the keys of the practice is how to empty it. That is where the practice comes into our life. So that's why we have a choice. And when we say we have a choice how to react, how to respond to life, we need a lot of courage. Do you think you are a courageous person? You can deal with a lot of people outside. You can fight. You can, fight for justice. But somehow you cannot fight to our own habit. It's okay to do this. We always have excuses. So we make a choice. Doesn't mean that you want to do anything you want. The choice here, the choice to be happy, the choice to suffer less, and to just like to go uphill, it always needs energy, needs some time. It needs a healthy body to make a choice. To go downhill, easy. To speak harsh words, easy. When your anger stay in your heart. And the problem is you choose the easy way, So when your heart filled with anger, the challenge we have to do is we have a choice. We have a choice to use a loving speech. It needs practice. Just like every day that one day you wake up and you feel so sad and you look at your loved ones, cannot, offer a smile. So the practice is to go to the bathroom, look into the mirror, and put the hand up. Then I put a finger here. Yay! Sometimes make a fake smile. It's just a first step. Because it helps to change the energy, the circulation of energy in our body. And sometimes that we have a choice, means that we need to nourish our aspiration, why we have to do it. We know that if we do that, we change the way, our mindset in here. So that's why when we learn about the teaching, we say every phenomena is impermanent. Everything will go by. But it's just intellectual knowledge only. The challenge for us, all of us here, is how we be with the impermanence. How we deal with when it's still there. Because impermanence means that it's a rise and then go up and go down. So in this period of time, how we stay with it, that's the challenge. We know that it will pass. And can you be patient enough to be with it until it reaches to the top? So first you need to be courageous, and we need a lot of patience. And Thầy always said that, our teachers say that patience is one of the marks of true love. True love here is not like you love somebody, but at least you love ourselves. That's why Dalai Lama is really surprised when he learned that so many young people, even though not young anymore, do self-harm. Because they cannot handle strong emotion in their heart. So the thing is, we need, allow ourselves to experience it. This is a bitter medicine. Anybody like Chinese medicine? It's very bitter. But the doctor say it's good. But we love candies. So, since my own practice that we know the way, but the thing is, do you dare to challenge yourself? The challenge, the difficulties, all the things that we have to go through, the bitterness of life. So, this somehow, if we don't practice, our heart, the love in our heart, the space in our heart, it becomes smaller and smaller, narrower each day. And then it's dried out. So you cannot accept any more challenge anymore. So our practice here, make a peaceful step in order to expand that space. To nourish, to cultivate that love in our heart. to be still, to love ourselves, to take care of ourselves much better. And to say that everything happens for a reason. That's why you're here. Everything happens for a reason. That reason is because you wanted to come. Because you love to come. We have to remember in the practice, even a very similar, we do walking meditation, sitting meditation, or eating in silence. You do it because you love to do. That's the attitude. We love to do it, nobody will force it. Maybe in the retreat, everybody do, it's in silence, you cannot talk. But, after 2 bells, just like, wow, you keep talking because you hold the restlessness in our mind. You cannot keep the words inside. So that's why we need the Sangha to to support us in that way. But the key is how you do that when you're alone. So when you try your best when you're alone, that's give you strength. Maybe the Sangha support you in the first step, but next step you have to do yourself. Right? But when you feel weak, go back to the Sangha. But we need to participate the day of mindfulness with the Sangha regularly to strengthen that habit. And the path of returning home is mean returning to every step we make, has full of surprises. Things happen unexpectedly. How can you deal with it? Sometimes that's why people cannot handle when things happen unexpectedly. So kind of we prepare for anything can happen. So it's full of surprises. Instead of, oh, why is like this? Why is like that? Can you just smile till the unexpected things happen? No? Do you not know? We learn to learn. We learn to accept it. And so when peace happens to us, when we really welcome everything life offers to us, without expectation, without suffering. Sometimes we learn. Sometimes we suffer so much. We just go to YouTube, we learn, people saying this, this, and this, and we feel better. Just like when we have pain on your arm and you put your oil in, I just soothe a little, outside only. But the root of our suffering is really deep down in our heart and our mind. So that's why the continuous practice is so crucial. You have to know that there's no shortcut. And nothing is lost, because whatever you do will stay with you. You never know that, when you just practice returning to our breathing, your breathing all the time, every day. So in our life, in a crucial moment, or pain come up, the first thing we remember is our breathing. So we train ourselves in such a way that I feel not at ease, I should return into my breathing. So you practice in such a way that you reach that point. You forget everything, just our breath. So this point, the next point that I myself I still struggle is no grasping and no rejecting. Are we happy with whatever happened to us? No. Because of likes, dislikes, with satisfied feelings, unsatisfied feelings, we all get caught in grasping or rejecting. Because we grasp, we hold firmly because it make us feel happy. We don't like it, we should push it away because I feel happy. I don't feel happy. So with the mind that when we practice, there's no grasping and no rejecting. I just be there, experience it, observe it. It's also another big challenge, right? Being honest, I'm still struggling with this because I'm still suffering from, some conditions. If I say that I don't grasp, I don't have an attitude of rejecting the bad things, it's not true. But the thing is, this is the key of our practice. That we need to learn. For example, that when you come here, is the food okay? Very yummy, right? What about one day the cook don't cook very nicely? Are you still happy? It's hard to say. I said, this soup is so salty. Or this dish is so oily. And then you don't like it. So it means that somehow that, you make things as the practice. When the language we use is so important, that I have problem. When you say I have problem, it means that you need a lot of time to deal with it. Energy, your mind, your body to deal with it. But what about say, I have one challenge? When you say I have one challenge, it means that you still have hope. And you fully energy to deal with it. So when you have problem, it means that you're stuck, right? Problem is mean that you don't have the answer yet, and it's not very encouraged you to deal with it. But when you say that, hey, right now I'm challenged this, I have a challenge of this and this and this. So it means that I say, okay, it's challenge, so I just do it, and then I learn from it. So it means that in our daily life that we need to really learn how to express our feelings. Instead of, oh, he hurt me. Instead of you saying that, I said, I have unpleasant feeling. Hurt it means they have a person hurt you. And then the object that you focus on is that person. You're not really focused on yourself. So you say that I have unpleasant feeling. You focus on your own feelings. You focus on what's going on right now and right here, right in this body. So the language we use so crucial also. So that's why when speaking, our speech can cause damage and great suffering or happiness. And it depends on our skills of using it so much. The key is, do you believe in yourself? Do you believe that you can do it? If the answer is no, okay, full stop. There's nothing to do. Believe in ourselves give us some space and time to learn. Yeah. So believe in ourselves that even though right now we cannot do it, but I still trying. I cannot, give sharing my talk like today if I don't train myself to speak sentence to sentence. I cannot express myself in this way if I don't train myself alone to say it out, what I want to say. So it's very much that the theory and the practice is a two methods. You're learning the theories, it's just intellectual knowledge only. Everybody can share how to practice walking meditation. But every one of us, only us can feel the quality of each step we make. No, you can show your appearance and walks nicely. But in here, it's just like, very restless. Not calm at all. So we need to be honest to ourselves. If we cannot do it right now, we cannot do it nicely today, it's okay. Believe in ourselves, it gives us so much energy and encouragement. Okay, and be resilient. Strong. If we fail, okay. I do it again. Who cares? If you care so much from people saying about you, you will die soon. Because that's my lesson. I learned that lesson. So if we fail, just like the song, like the birds, just don't fly. They fall down and they fly, get up again. If you see the ducks here, or the birds, when they just a little, they walk with the parents. But the parents teach them how to fly and they fall. And some of them, like I learned from the ducks, the wild ducks here, they make a nest is usually up high. And if the ducks want to go down, they have to jump down. And if they're lucky enough, they can survive. Otherwise, they die. They not just don't fly, but they have instinct. They have that instinct of flying. But they need a lot of challenge to learn so they can fly. So the only thing that be resilient is mean that you never underestimate your capacity. We always can do. We always can be at peace. We can always, have enough space to love. It's just right now, my heart is so painful. I don't have enough space for anything else. So that's a time that you need to return to your true home and take care of it. So the key is practice, practice, and practice. There's nothing else. But how you take care of your practice from the morning? Everybody says when they come to the retreat, they do it very well, but they cannot do it at home. Anybody feel like that? Yeah. Okay. So we need a very basic practice. So our life starts when we wake up, and then we do a lot of things, and then we end up our day going to bed, right? So we start from when we wake up. It's a wake-up time. So when I share with you this, I hope that you can take it as your homework. So next time when I see you, I ask you again. Okay? So when you wake up, what will you do when you just open your eyes in the morning? Take your phone. Thank you for being honest. And I learned that your phone is more important than your lover. Well, it's good to accept the truth. So when you wake up, so in order to train ourselves that we remember to return to our breathing all the time in the day, we need set up moments in the day, in the very early morning, to do that. So we, in here, just breathe. You don't have to do anything else. Just feel your breath. Feel your breath in order to know that you're still breathing. Sometimes when you wake up, you have blocked nose. You open your eye, your mouth, and say, oh, I breathe by my mouth, right? If anybody have hay fever? Yeah. Sometimes I have to sit up to breathe and to sleep. Because I could not sleep. So that's why I moved to Sydney, because I have a very bad hay fever. So as when you really just focus on our breathing, it means that you train our mind that say the first thing you wake up, you return to your awareness is your breath. Can you do it? Everybody can do it. Just remember our breathing as much as we can for our sake. That I just, one thing, instead of I remember my phone, I remember my breath. You can do as much as you can. And then you do tuning. Tuning is mean that when you really focus on your breathing, you pay attention to your body. Breathing in, I am aware of my whole body. Breathing out, I am aware of my whole body. To remind ourselves that we still have this body, not work. Because we need to take a good care of this home. We know that we recognize the whole body in order to check how it is. To check the energy flowing in this body. To check that is your mind is okay. To check if your mental state still stuck with the past or not. You stuck with the emotion that you accumulated from yesterday or the day before. To be with it. To be gentle to it. You don't fight. The practice is no violence. You should not be violent to your emotions. You just be gentle to it. Everybody can do that. Because everybody has a Buddha nature, awakened nature. So when you tune in, you know the energy, you know how well the energy inside of us, so you can deal with your day. If you have headache, you should not think too much, or breathe more, or you're still angry of your husband or wife, you better shut up. Should not say. But in that moment, you should just return to our breathing as much as possible. To check the energy inside of us to see that how should I deal my day today. To make a choice. A smart choice. You know your limitation of the day. You know you should set up the boundary for your day. So you do that to take care of yourself. That is a very good way to take care of yourself. Do we still have time? I think I talk a lot, huh? So this one is so important that if you, can you see Mark? You have to tune in to be aware of your emotion. Your emotion is the ground of your reaction of the day. If you still feel irritated, you feel not happy at all. You feel pain, you have fear in our heart. You know how to take care of yourself much better. Just like when you have to check how much you have in the bank in order to do shopping. Exactly the same. Oh, I give that example, it's more easier to understand. Yeah. Be honest that when I witness the parents taking care of children who come in here, I feel you so courageous. It's not easy to take care of children. Sometimes, many days that you're exhausted, but you don't have enough space to take care of yourself. And nobody understands that. So it means that you, sometimes when you feel down like that, you need some encouraging words to embrace yourself. You try your best to take care, to care, to love others. Maybe it's a time for you to take care of yourself. And I think that to really understand our own suffering, our fear, our anger, we can live better and we suffer less. Because we can understand others' suffering. Because we're all human, we have the same pattern. And sometimes we have a very similar expectation. So somehow it's the practice is help us to really understand the root of our own suffering. In order to make a peaceful step, we need to know all these conditions. Make a peaceful step is easy. Just moments, it's easy because you have let go of all the things. You just be present. So peace in every step, that you need to be present in every moment. So you can learn to let go. But you learn to let go, it doesn't mean that you can drop right away. Some people let it go and pick it up again. But you let go with attitude, with right attitude, that why I have to let go. Just like a child. If you ask them to do anything, they always ask you why you have to do that. We have a little child in here, remember? If we're lucky, that child's not wounded. But if we have a wounded child, it's harder. You need to convince her or him a little more. Because, whatever we think, whatever we behave, is really based on that. We have a wounded child here. If anybody touch you, you react the same way you did in the past. And the hatred, the wound is deeper. So, I think that, and of course that nobody always there to offer love and care to us. So the only way that we can do is to love ourselves. And how to love ourselves is a key that we need to practice being grateful. Lòng biết ơn. because to nourish our happiness, our love in our heart, we need a lot of, when our Thai said that whenever you feel grateful, you still have happiness, you're still a happy person. And I experienced that we forget whatever people did things to us. Just like our mother and father did things, care for us, it's just like a natural thing. But it's not. We never express our gratitude to them because we think that they have their duty. But it's not. We have, maybe they give up birth to us, but our duty is to take care, to treasure, and express our gratitude. So, have you ever expressed your gratitude to yourself? It sounds weird, right? No, but it's not weird. You should express gratitude to ourselves, to whatever we have done to ourselves and to others, in the way that we love them, we care for them, the way we care ourselves, and the way we love ourselves. So, I would like to invite everybody to put your palm on your heart. Close your eyes and just listen to the words I say. And this is also I have learned from others. So I would like to, it's not original from me, but I learned from somebody and apply to my own life, and I feel it's so great, so beneficial. Just close your eyes and listen to one sound of the bell. This morning, I feel peace, love, joy, and harmony in my body and my mind, and the people around me. I am grateful for every breath that gives me life. I welcome each breath that is filling my body with new life. I am grateful for my body. I love my body. Every organ in my body is doing its best to keep me strong and healthy. I am grateful for the wonderful life force that flows in my body. I am grateful for my health. I own my day. There are going to be things that happened out of my control. It's a natural part of life. How I react to them is my choice. And I am grateful that I always have a choice. Everything I experience today is part of learning and growing process. I am here in this moment to learn, to grow, to love, and to give. I walk my journey with love and gratitude. The attitude of gratitude is the gratitude of life I cultivate every day. My thoughts are always focused on possibility and gratitude. I am truly grateful for the good things that are coming into my life every day. I am grateful for the peaceful feeling life gives me. I always take the time to express gratitude for the simplest things like the blue sky, a laughter, the moon, the twinkling stars, the falling raindrops, the trees, the grass, flowers are beautiful. The fresh air I breathe, a smile or a touch of a hand. Every morning when I wake up, I am grateful to have one more day to live and to love. I choose a positive attitude. I love to learn. I love growing. Attitude of gratitude is my most important key in my life. Today I choose to carry my smile wherever I go. I choose to be the first to smile to any room that I walk into. I am grateful for the kindness in every person I meet. I am grateful for every moment of every day when I am loved. I am grateful for all the things that make me smile every day. I'm grateful for my own mistakes because they teach me how to forgive and accept myself. I am grateful for my fears because they teach me what I really want. I am grateful for all the lies because they help me to realize that sincerity is what comes after all. I am grateful even for the tears because they help me to understand the true value of joy. I am grateful even for the storm of life because they have taught me how to cherish peace in my heart. So you can open your eyes, and to conclude my sharing today, there's a little song. It means I haven't finished my circle. Actually, before I draw in a straight line, and when my friends say that, oh, I think it will be a circle, because when you wake up, and then you turn back to the bedtime, and then we wake up again. So it's circle. So in the bedtime, what we should do is empty your cup. It means that whatever unnecessary to remember, let it go. Whatever you have strong feeling, let it go. Empty your cup in order to have a good sleep. To have your, all the neurons in your mind, your brain have a chance to rest. So keep going, and you have a choice to make this circle is to be a very peaceful circle. If you accumulate hatred, greed, and anger, you make this circle will be a very nightmare. Because we accumulate the bad things every day. And if you don't know how to empty them, you'll start up them. And one day, you collapse. So I hope that this practice with your homework, yeah? Okay. So, and I think that you have always remember you have a choice. Okay? I skipped the walking this morning to finish my preparation. And I thought, oh, I don't know that I can do it today, but I still have a lot of things to say. So there's only 2 lines. There is no need to travel very far just for a taste of the blue above. And there is no need to travel very far just for a taste of blue sky. Do you need to go very far in the sky? No. So it means that the happiness is right here and right now. You can enjoy whatever, is available right here. So, can we sing this song? Okay? There is no need to travel very far just for a taste of the blue above. There is no need to travel very far just for a taste of the blue sky. Can we do it again? Okay. There is no need to travel very far just for a taste of the blue above. There is no need to travel very far just for a taste of the blue sky. Okay? So I hope that the happiness is not only that we learn to know, but every one of us, it is a time for us to really test it. Lunch is ready, but you have to eat it. The happiness is also the same. And the thing is, we need to learn and do it yourself. Nobody can do it for you. And I hope that every step we make in this retreat, make a peaceful and lovely steps. And the happiness is right here. You don't have to travel very far. Okay, so thank you so much for your listening. So now everybody return to our breathing, and we will listen to 3 sounds of the bell together, and be happy that we can, we always have a chance to practice together, even though you fail or you succeed. Failing is a known thing. It's okay to fail, but get up and do it again. So thank you. So we listen to 3 sounds of them. Did I speak so fast? So you can translate.